Well, hello and welcome. You're watching Cricket Carnival T20. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. This, of course, is the show that gets you the best and the latest from the ongoing Indian Premier League T20. And as always, we have a special panel to discuss and analyze the ongoings on and off the field in the IPL. Joining us is former India coach Anshuman Gaikwad. Welcome to the broadcast, sir. Also with us is Virat Kohli's coach Rajkumar Sharma. Welcome to the broadcast as well. And remember, the Season 10 extravaganza, of course, is continuing. We'll be talking in a bit about the big match tonight. That is between the Hyderabad team and Kolkata. Also, we'll be discussing the super result of last night. Yes, it was a nail-biter with Mumbai Indians finally triumphing in a super over, the first super over of the tournament against Gujarat. But there was something in that super over that wasn't quite right. What was the twist? We'll get to that in just a bit. We'll also, of course, show you how Punjab convincingly defeated Delhi in the afternoon today. But first up, I want to go straight across, in fact, to that last story that I just told you about, because yes, the big news, of course, coming in is that Punjab has beaten Delhi in the first match of the doubleheader this Sunday afternoon by 10 wickets. Very convincing win, leading the run chase for Punjab. Martin Guptill scored his maiden IPL 50 of 27 balls. Hashim Amla remained 16 not out of 20 after winning the match in 7.5 overs. Punjab are now placed 5th in the points table. We'll be analysing it later on the show as well. But remember, this certainly was a dismal performance by Delhi. They completely struggled with their batting, didn't have enough runs on the board for the bowlers to defend. Maxwell will certainly be happy with his team's performance. Can this, though, be the beginning of a comeback for Punjab? Can they make it to the qualifiers? That, of course, remains a big question. But all in all, a much-needed win for Punjab, Anshuman.
Absolutely. The way things are going, you talk about the entire scenario of the table, point table. Gujarat at least is fighting back to get to some position, giving them some chance, remote chance of qualifying. But look at Delhi and the RCB, Bangalore. I think they have just given up. I mean, the way they are playing, they don't have a bad side. Both of them have got competitive side. It's just not happening. I mean, it's just the application that they require. Because the wickets are good. Yeah. There's nothing great in the bowling that it's unplayable or anything of that sort. And still they have not been able to manage. They're good players in the side who have proven even at international class. So, I don't know.
Something obviously going wrong. And this is very eerily similar to what happened to RCB. Rajkumar, the score of Delhi, it's not the lowest, it's the third lowest, I think, but still an absolute collapse at a stage in the tournament when they need to win big, but they're losing big.
Yeah. I mean, Delhi has never clicked. I mean, this season also, if you see previous seasons also, Delhi, we have always wanted that being a Delhi, that Delhi should do well, but somehow they are never able to get good combinations. And this time also they are struggling with their batting. And I mean, they have got a tremendous bowling lineup, but their batsmen are not clicking. They are not giving enough runs for the bowlers to defend. Yeah. So I mean, it's a very pathetic performance by Delhi.
Does it look like curtains for their campaign? It's very difficult to bounce back from something like this.
Yeah, the way they are playing.
They faltered. Yeah.
The way they are playing, whether it's batting, bowling, fielding, everything. When their catches being dropped, vital catches. I haven't seen Virat dropping a catch, but he too, sort of dropped a catch. Yeah. It happens. Not that it doesn't happen, but this is a rare case where you see somebody who's taking brilliant catches, drops a sitter, a straight one. Looking the way they have been campaigning themselves all through the tournament, I don't think now they have a chance of picking them up to qualify or come anywhere close.
Question marks will be raised on the captain as well. You've known Zaheer Khan, you worked with him in the past, in Team India.
Yeah, he played for Baroda. I mean, I was the one who got him to Baroda.
Yeah.
To play for Baroda, and he played one season and played for India.
Absolutely, so, and of course, you worked on the pace, particularly of our team, and he's been a pacer who's done well for India. What's gone wrong with his captaincy?
Well, I think captaincy also, I've been captain for 18 years, but then they need support. Yeah. The captain has to have a support. True. Meaning, he's got so many ideas like, well, plan A, I need to do this, the bowler should bowl here, the batter should bat, play so many overs, get so many runs, whether it's opening stand, middle order, whatever, partnerships going, but nothing is working. So what can captain do? And this is one big thing I always kept on saying, that, whenever the team loses, doesn't do well, be it club side, captain. Yeah. The captain has not done well. Now, look at RCB. Yeah. Virat went on fighting yesterday and he got runs, but none of the others.
That's what I said. I was just getting to that point that it's not only was the low score really similar, but it's their track run has been really similar to what's happening in Bangalore, and particularly about Zach, as Anshumanji was just mentioning. It's the same with Kohli as well. Yesterday, you could see the frustration on his face because there simply wasn't one partnership that he could depend on. He scored his 50, but you need someone on the other side of the wicket to, to lap on as well.
Absolutely. I mean, he was the lone fighter, and nobody was, supporting him even. I mean, he's sort of a guy who would say that, come support me, I'll get the runs.
Yeah.
And he's got that much faith on his ability.
Just stay there.
Yeah, just stay with me, I'll take you through. But there was nobody, there was no help, unfortunately, AB got out playing a shot, and that was the end of the RCB, because they are totally relying on Virat and AB now. And somehow, when he got out, it was over for
Absolutely. RCB. Speaking about Punjab now they've had a mixed run in the tournament. They started out very well. Big bang, 2 wins. Faltered in the middle, won today convincingly. Do you feel there could be a second innings? Preeti Zinta was looking very happy today after a while smiling on the field.
No, Uday, I'll tell you what. We've been discussing this point earlier also. It's very difficult to really, guess correctly that this is what would happen. But we can take a chance. Yeah. Like I've been saying, against my wish, that Punjab would win or, Pune would win. But the fact remains that we know Hyderabad is the stronger side. They are going to go through against Punjab. The fact remains is Punjab, having done this, now they have picked up. So now it's a question of between them and Pune.
Yeah.
At number 3 and 4. I don't think they can touch the top 3.
Okay, we'll be looking at the points table and getting your your analysis of it in just a bit. But yes, on to the nail biter now. Last night, as I said earlier, Team Mumbai rode on a brilliant super over by Jasprit Bumrah to defeat the Gujarat Lions in an Indian Premier League match. Of course, played last night. Suresh Raina led side had scored 153 on the board, with Ishan Kishan top scoring with a 35 ball 48. Fantastic by a youngster, remember, who's been trusted to go opening, and he obviously clicked yesterday. Krunal Pandya taking 3 wickets for 14 runs, also bowling very well for Mumbai, of course. Mumbai then cruised to the target with Parthiv Patel performing very well. He scored a 70, but they suffered a collapse and were all out for 153 despite being 104 for 2 at one stage. Looked like this match was going to be clinched by them pretty easily. What really happened though? Well, it was a collapse, as we told you earlier. Thampi took 3 wickets. However, in the super over, Mumbai showed brilliant performance and outsmarted Gujarat quite clearly. In fact, we do have a soundbite of the star of the night for Mumbai, Jasprit Bumrah. What's he saying? Let's show you.
Every win is very important. Every time you contribute to the team's success is very important. Obviously, this gives you the confidence in further matches as well. So I always, take positives, whatever has been done in the matches before as well. So I take the positives and move forward.
Clearly bowling a brilliant super over to hand Mumbai a win over Gujarat in that first super over encounter of IPL Season 10. Bumrah bowled exceptionally well, as I said, defended 12 runs in the super over. He only conceded 6. Mumbai playing, of course, first in the super over. Pollard smashed Faulkner a 4 and a 6 on the first 2 balls, but then he holed out to McCullum at long on before Rohit Sharma was caught by Ishan Kishan, as Mumbai just managed to score 11 runs. So chasing that target of 12, McCullum and Finch only capitalized 6 runs in Bumrah's over, as Mumbai registered a dramatic win in that thrilling contest. In fact, I'm being told we have another soundbite of Jasprit Bumrah. Let's play it out.
It was the first time when I was bowling a super over. There's always pressure because only 11 runs. But at that time, you try to keep a calm head, not to focus on the thing, or not to focus on the negative things which you have to do. So just always focusing on the positive aspects, thinking about the plans which you made. I was just thinking about that.
So with so much pressure on him, but managed to do a great job yesterday.
I believe that this was one of the greatest over in IPL history, and at least for this season.
Yeah.
The way he bowled, and he had in front of him the top 2 batsmen of the world, and he had to only defend 11 runs.
Yeah.
But he bowled superbly and mixed his bowling like anything, bowled Yorker at will, and the slower ones, he needed a big heart to bowl slower one at that level, and against those batsmen. So it was a very smart display of tremendous death over bowling.
Well, you have, you're staring at McCullum and Finch, as you said, two of the greatest batsmen in the world. They just have 6 balls where they need to capitalize on just 11 runs. 12 runs will get them the match. That's nothing.
That's nothing.
But still, Bumrah did it.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Like Rajkumar said, I think he is one guy I've seen him very closely because I was the coach consultant for Gujarat when I was just a youngster, under 14 boy. And he has a very humble upbringing. The fact remains that he has limited knowledge about the game, which he sticks to. Doesn't want to. You know, you always say that the more you know, there are more chances you're forgetting or confusing yourself. But here, Bumrah has got an advantage that he knows that this is what he can do. And he'll just do that, whether he gets hit by batsman or he doesn't. But he'll stick to his guns, and that's what he did. But bowling those slow ones, you know, adding to what Rajkumar said, it's not easy there to bowl slower ones because you tend to bowl short, you tend to bowl full tosses. He did bowl a wide ball, he did bowl a no ball, but that shows that there was pressure. But he, you know, got back himself and he bowled some tremendous deliveries, meaning the slow ones and the right length, right line, tremendous.
And that's, of course, what he did in Super Over. Most exciting part of IPL. Anyways, IPL is so exciting, but Super Over really fast forwards everything. And this was the first Super Over of the tournament. How was it like for you watching it?
I mean, it was real fun, you know, and at one stage, Mumbai looked cruising, you know, but suddenly they fought back, and when it came to Super Over, everybody was thinking, who will bowl that, Malinga or Bumrah? So, but the way he bowled and defended 11 runs, that was tremendous bowling. I mean, one of the best bowling I've seen in the past few years in T20.
In the whole tournament. And Rohit Sharma and Pollard didn't manage to really, click. 11 runs in 6 balls, as you said earlier, that there wasn't enough. Had Bumrah not done the job that he did, they could very well have lost this game, which looked like theirs much earlier as well in the match.
Yeah, meaning that these are all Uday afterthoughts.
Ifs and buts,
And they're all,
hypothesis.
That's right.
But
I think basically I would go little to the match, the original game. I thought getting Irfan to bowl the last over was a little mistake because he had bowled only 1 over in the entire game. He could have got...
There was not much of a choice.
No,
it was only Jadeja.
He could have bowled, but knowing Irfan, you know, he's not in the best of the form. He's just trying to get in, get his rhythm
and they
right.
know the match is close.
And match is close. There's 1 over. That was so crucial. I thought that was one thing which, Jadeja could have done better. But these are all afterthoughts.
Yeah, afterthoughts indeed. And of course, Mumbai triumphing in the end. But as I said earlier, there was a twist in the tail. Now, what was that twist in the tail? Let's tell you about that. Well, the twist in the tail was that there was something that obviously was an oversight of the umpire and was an oversight of the other team, which was that Lasith Malinga and Harbhajan Singh, 2 players who bowled for Mumbai and who were in the dugout, and who were in the playing 11, were actually sitting in the dugout during the Super Over. They weren't fielding. Now, how was that possible? Was it umpire oversight? Was it something that the Gujarat team should have pointed out earlier? What's your first reading of it, Anshuman? I know we're seeing the visuals now and we're pretty shocked as to why no one saw it.
No, you won't believe. Me and Rajkumar, we were just discussing about it some time ago. And I've seen this happen in the earlier IPL, not necessarily this year, but earlier. So I was always under the impression that the rule says that when it comes to Super Over, if you have given your 14 players, which you normally do, and you pick 11, then any of the reserves can go and field as substitute. But that was not so. You know, it was something else. The story was something else.
Yeah, I mean, one should have a physical injury in the ground where umpire can see. During the match. Where umpire can see, yes, he got hurt in the ground itself. Then only a substitute is allowed. But nobody knows.
You can't say a player's fatigued, is tired.
Nothing. Even a stomach ache or feeling vomitish. No. It has to be a physical injury. Then only you get a substitute. But I think everybody overlooked it, and even the Pune team missed out. On this.
Yeah, meaning the opposition missed out with the shoot type because it was very crucial. But the thing is, you would like, always like somebody like Harbhajan, Malinga to, be sitting by the fence
Absolutely.
and get the youngsters, the younger guys to run around and do the job.
Who are agile, who not play the match possibly earlier as well.
what-
But do you feel it's umpiring oversight as well? There have been some questionable decisions of umpires earlier in the tournament as well. Do you feel this also was umpire oversight?
Yeah, it was a big blunder, I would say. As well as third umpire, fourth umpire, and match referee. Anybody would have and should have looked at it, and so the opposition team, they could have pointed it out, and everybody, because the pressure was so much that it is a super over, everybody was concerned about that, who is going to bowl, who is going to bat, so nobody thought about this, and everybody missed out.
Everybody, but possibly the coach, the management, someone who was not on the field should have possibly the Gujarat team should have
because
seen
these are finer points of the game, basically because you concentrate on the bigger chunk, like who's going to bowl, who's going to field where, who's going to bat, how you're going to plan those 6 balls or the super over. But these are finer points which can, turn the result of the game.
And it did. Well, at the end of the day, Mumbai Indians did win the match. So, of course, this is another thing that hindsight, the Gujarat team should look at more closely. Well, a quick look now at some other stories which are making the news from on the field and off the field in the IPL. The doppelganger story went international on Saturday when Lasith Malinga's doppelganger was spotted in the stadium at Rajkot. The bowler himself saw the screen before delivering the 3rd ball of the over and smiled. The on-air commentators also shared a laugh at this opportune moment. While the IPL is on its peak, Indian cricket star Chiteshwar Pujara has said that he is not following this season's IPL on television as the player is busy giving times to his friends and family. So Pujara is clearly not watching the IPL. Meanwhile, rising Pune Super Giants skipper has spoken about his performance this IPL season. Steve Smith has spoken about the value that MSD adds to the team and more. On being asked about his relationship with Dhoni, Steve Smith said it's pretty chilled out and he's been fantastic. On that note, it's time for a very quick break, but much more on the other side. There was a celebration for someone special in the Mumbai team. We'll get to that in just a bit. We'll also preview tonight's game. Don't go anywhere.
It's a good delivery, full of legs. That's gone for 6 runs. Delivery, full of legs. That's gone for 6 runs.
Welcome back from the break. You're watching Cricket Carnival T20. Time now to talk about tonight's match, which is taking place at Hyderabad. It's Hyderabad taking on Kolkata Knight Riders. The Knight Riders, of course, are in great form. They hope to continue, of course, their great prowess to continue at the top of the table. We're speaking, of course, about match number 37, where the table toppers will be taking on Hyderabad. They've been playing brilliantly, as I said earlier. It's clearly been seen by their position and Gautam Gambhir's command, which has so far proven prolific for the team. And this will be a thing to see whether they continue their winning streak tonight or will they, of course, fall back against David Warner's army. Hyderabad has been performing well in the tournament, but will also be looking for a win tonight, considering now, remember, we are going into a crucial state of the tournament and it's important to be well clear of the other teams as we build up to the top 4. Tonight's match is, of course, crucial. It will be interesting to see which team outsmarts the other, and we start as always by some breaking news coming in from Hyderabad, which is that Kolkata Knight Riders have won the toss and they've chosen to chase. Yes, they will be fielding first. Quick comments, Anshuman. First reaction on that.
Well, I think they have been good chasers. Good chasers. The wickets are good. Hyderabad wicket is known for it. And according to me, I feel that, Gautam must have thought of it that it's better to get a target and just go on.
Yeah.
The wicket must be really good.
Yeah, and interestingly, another news point is that they've not chosen their team, not changed their team at all.
Yeah.
So the playing squad.
But that's one
stays
thing
intact.
good, Uday. I'm telling you, this is one thing good, which we discussed on the show yesterday as well. You keep losing, you want to try something new, keep changing the team, changing the players, and the combination goes. The understanding of the team, the players, doesn't remain. But here, when everything is going well, and as they are coming closer to finalizing the top 4, I think they would like to consolidate their team 11 and go ahead with it.
Okay.
Moreover, it has to do with their bowling attack also, because they've got good three medium pacers, Cotton Lyle, then
And who are doing well?
Umesh is there, Vokes is there. And so I think Gautam must have thought to take early wickets and to restrict,
Hyderabad's team at their home
And
ground.
as it is, they have been a good chasers.
Yeah. And you also agree with the fact that at this stage of the tournament, it's not wise to keep changing your team.
Yeah, why should you? When you're winning, there's no point changing the squad.
But it's a different news point coming out from the Hyderabad team. Yes, the news is coming in that there have been changes in the Hyderabad side. So Hooda and Nehra go out of the tournament. You have Siraj and Bipul Sharma who are back in the playing 11. So Hyderabad changing their side for the game.
Yeah, maybe. I think Nehra probably, he's got the knack of, picking a wickets at the right time. But maybe he's not fit, and that's why probably he's not been picked. Or he's got a niggle that he's to be rested.
Yep.
I know about Hooda. Hooda has been doing, okay, meaning on average, he's done well in his batting and not so consistent. So maybe they want to try out somebody at this stage of the tournament.
Speaking, of course, very quickly about their batting now, considering that they will be going out first. They will hope for a big total. Shikhar Dhawan is in great form. They'll hope for him to click. Also, Warner and Caden Williamson, a lot expected from them today.
Yeah, as well as Yuvraj Singh.
Yeah, Yuvraj Singh.
Everybody is expecting a big, knock from Yuvraj, and Shikhar has been in form. Warner is doing well. So I think if Yuvraj can deliver, I think they'll have a good score.
Yeah, and their bowlers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, once again, phenomenal form, still the purple cap holder. He's really clicked, and hopefully he will be someone they'll need to chink out Kolkata's army, in the second innings.
Yeah, absolutely. You have Bhuvnesh Kumar, and let's not forget Rashid Khan.
Yeah, who's been
who has been. You talk about today two bowlers. Two bowlers, you're talking about 8 overs out of 20, which make a big difference as far as the result is concerned. Because either you get runs, you have an option, or you defend and make sure you don't give your wicket, or you go for the runs, take that chance, and you might lose a wicket.
Absolutely.
So these 8 overs are going to be very, very crucial.
And I was seeing a comment on Facebook these days when Rashid takes to the field in IPL style, Bollywood style, there's Afghan Jalebi playing.
Yeah.
So that's the song they've coined for Rashid Khan. And they seem to be playing it a lot because he's doing very well.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not?
He's
Why
done
not?
very well with his variation and control,
Yeah.
No, playing first time, such a big cricket,
Big platform.
Big platform. And, under pressure and
And
bowling.
he's just 18 or 19 year old. That is another.
And he's coming from, Afghanistan, where there is, what is cricket there? This is a big time cricket.
So he's making his country proud and, of course, making his team proud as well. Which will be the team which will add 2 points to their kitty? That's, of course, a question which will only be answered in about 3 hours from now. But we can tell you what the points table looks like right now as we speak. Let's pull it out. There's the points table. Quick comments, gentlemen, on what you're seeing over there. Anshuman, if you want to start. Kolkata, of course, sitting on top. Will that continue or not?
Well, that's
the
it.
big
Meaning, I don't see any changes coming in 1, 2, 3. Kolkata, Mumbai, Hyderabad.
Yeah.
There will be only number change and who's going to play, once they qualify.
They're well clear. Look at them. 14,
Yeah, absolutely.
14, 11.
But I think the main thing remains between Pune and Punjab, P and P.
Yeah.
That's going to be very important how they play.
So
So
it's a
both have
battle of-
played nine matches.
It's a battle of peas. Rajkumar, according to you as well?
Yeah, the
Pune,
top 3
Punjab?
team are almost through, especially if you look at Mumbai and Kolkata. Hyderabad is almost through. So I think it is between Punjab and Pune. And the way Punjab has bounced back today, so they stand a good chance now.
When you're high, you're really high, but when you're low, you're really low, and that's being seen in the case of Bangalore and Delhi as well. Look at them, far away from the...
It's impossible to even dream of it. Because I've been always trying to say that, well, with my knowledge, with my experience, as a coach, as a selector, as a player, this team has to be right there at the top. Instead of being there at the bottom. So what cricket can do to one, you never know.
Absolutely. A team on paper is not good as being a great team on the field as well, remember. Okay, well, that's all we have on the show today. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us, live as always. But as we slip into a break, remember I told you earlier, there was one particular person who was very happy in the team for winning yesterday, and there was a celebration as well. Well, it was none other than Mumbai skipper Rohit Sharma. It's his birthday today. What a great gift he got last night. And we leave you now with the visuals of how the Mumbai Indians celebrated Rohit Sharma's birthday. It was a victory for them, and it was a double celebration. Take a look. Thanks for being with us.